Is that it?
Yeah, I don't think there's. Gosh.
Dead's end?
Yeah, I think it's a dead end.
Okay, we gotta go back to the other road then.
On 385?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, it is. I don't have my hat on right now because
Okay.
I am.
Trying to focus.
Yeah.
Yes, I can indeed, Jacob. Can you hear me all right?
Let's get walloped.
All right. Oh, we are. Oh,
Yeah,
my
it's
goodness.
gonna get bumpy.
All right, we are live right now. Trying to find a way. Yeah, put it on the front camera. We're currently on a dirt road. Trying to find a way into Stratford. We're trying to find a shortcut, but that doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So we're just gonna get back on 385 and then get on, what is it, Highway 54.
Yeah.
But straight out ahead of us, that's the main line of storms right now. As you can see, it has a very, very high base. So that's the main reason why the tornado threat was pretty low for today. And really for right now.
See the rain up there.
Yeah. Yeah, the rain's really pronounced. Look up to the top left of your screen, a nice light blue hue. Some nice reflection, maybe some big hail. In fact, I'm going to take a look at radar real quick.
I'm beating this.
You're good.
Trying to
Do whatever you need to do. I've got a handle I can hang on to here. That's what I call the oh crap handle.
I'm trying to get to quick as I can the pavement.
You do whatever you need to, dude. Are y'all still picking me up in the weather studio?
Look, there's some spin there. See that?
Okay, perfect.
See that there?
Yeah, I do. Let's see what the inspection tool is estimating these winds at. 74, 75 miles an hour.
Nice CG. Here, switch over and get that up there.
Alright, gotcha.
It's pretty small, but
Right here?
what's the hell like right there?
Still just Nichols High Sail for now. Radar's not really all that impressive with the DBZ. Is that dust getting kicked up? Oh yeah, we're gonna be running.
Trusting these back roads.
We're gonna be running into some serious wind here in a second. That looks very ominous.
Yeah.
Yep, Kevin. Ooh, I gotcha. Yeah, no, we're good.
Can't talk right now.
And, hey, Kevin, would you mind just... pretty close. We should be pretty close.
We're in more gravel now, so I feel more comfortable. Just keep an eye on radar.
Sorry, Kevin, I'm trying to multitask right now. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Stuck out there.
That would not be good.
Alright, I feel more comfortable now.
Alright.
There you go.
Alright, and hey Kevin, you still reading me? Wait, is our mic?
Something may have gotten bumped.
I just got word from Kevin. You can still hear me.
Still.
Yeah. Hey Kevin, if you can still hear me. Just out of curiosity, did y'all do any kind of intro when the stream started, or just send it out straight to us? Okay, gotcha. I'll just talk about some stuff here. Alex is currently...
Hang on.
You're good. Alex is currently trying to fix some...
Driving down a dirt road.
Something.
It's a small hill here. There we go.
Alright.
Alright. You're good to do your thing now.
Okay, cool. So for those of you that are watching, got a little bit of entertainment there. Us trying to get out of a dirt road. We are now on some pavement, which is good. So just want to talk about what we can expect really for the rest of the day. We're seeing some small hail in the area as of right now. In fact, maybe some moderate hail starting to pick up here in the area. Winds are getting very strong. This severe warning storm is for 70 miles an hour. And I'd imagine we're seeing winds that strong right now. In fact, I'm going to talk really loud. We're probably going to see set up for the rest of the evening into the night, this line of, just that taking on more of the shape of a line of storms. And usually when we see a line of storms, straight line wind gusts are the biggest threat, and that's really the biggest threat for today. We could see gusts up to 70, maybe 80 miles per hour in some of these storms. In fact, I'll put it back on the front camera here. The picture isn't really doing it justice here. We can't, we can't. Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot worse in person than it is.
Yeah, we can't really see hardly 100 feet in front of us right now. But we're going to get on Highway 54. We're on Highway 385 right now, going southward towards Dalhart. The main brunt of the storm currently kind of moving through where we are. And we can, we're looking all around us. We can see a lot of dust and dirt getting kicked up, tumbleweeds blowing across the road. So, like I said, we'll go south, we'll hit Dalhart, and then we'll get on 54 more towards Stratford and try to get ahead of this line of storms. Oh, there goes. But yeah.
Radar light, hail, hillside.
a 50 size hail, so it's not huge, but it can still do a little bit of damage.
Yeah, it's small hail right now.
And that is the good thing with this line of storms. It's really been it's been pretty consistent all day. It's not looking like a huge hail threat. More of just a maybe moderate sized hail. Maybe up to ping pong to golf ball sized hail in some of the stronger storms. In fact, I'll go and get onto Facebook here and check some comments.
At least the rain's washing off all the mud I just threw on this thing.
Yeah.
Now you can say you got mud.
Does that really count as mud, bro?
I pick up mud and it lands on the windshield.
Fair enough.
Man, that was fun.
I'm not gonna lie, that was fun. Then again, that wasn't fun.
Yeah, fun for you. So you got stuck out there.
But we didn't. That's all that matters.
I've never been so happy to see pavement.
Oh man. Alright.
So what I was trying to do is try to take a shortcut to try to get on
54.
it was yeah, 54. Here's that.
Alright, so just now getting to some comments here.
That was my turn off.
Where is this? So we're currently just north of Dalhart. In fact, we're going southward on Highway 385 Dalhart. In fact, it looks like the main area of the heaviest rain and strongest winds has now gone to the east of us. So now that I think about it, we're going to run into this again.
Yeah.
So you'll see it firsthand, or I guess secondhand from your computer or phone screen. We're going to core punch this thing again. Huh?
Instant replay.
Instant replay, yeah. In real time. Let's see.
Should be a road up here, yeah. Guess I could.
Brad Grant asking, what are you thinking for Amarillo tonight? So, here's the thing, Brad. I'm sure you've heard of something called the Amarillo effect, where, you know, a line of storm splits right when it gets to Amarillo. Models have been showing that a little bit all throughout the day today. Now, talking about the exact placement at the exact time of a storm, you know, 8 to 12 hours in the future, it's kind of hard to do. So Amarillo still has the good chance of seeing storms move through your area tonight. If they do, you know, like I said, the main threats we're talking about, some gusty winds and maybe some moderate sized hail. Huge hail is not a big threat. And the tornado threat, now that this is more of a line of storms, tornado threat's gone down a bit.
Stuck in traffic.
I hope not.
I don't know why the wipers do that. It's like
I don't know what to call it, sticky?
yeah.
It's like they're sticking to the windshield. It's not wet enough. We need to core punch this thing again. Traveling from Portales to right now. Well, Shannon, I'm not gonna lie. If you don't feel comfortable driving in severe weather, you may want to hold off on it, but if you absolutely must, I mean, you're driving. It'd be different if you were driving toward the storms that were coming toward you, but since you're going from west to east, that's going to make your travel very difficult.
This is crazy.
The best advice I can give you, Shannon, is to, if possible, to just hold off on it, maybe, for a couple more hours. Unless you're already driving. And, hey, Kevin, or wait. Kevin and Sheldon, which one of you is doing the 5? I forgot. Alright, can you ask him if he's planning on taking our feed for any of his hits, whether it'll be just video or video and audio?
Ay, ay, ay. I already did Caitlin.
Alright, gotcha. Thanks, Jacob.
You don't know how stressful that was just now. I'm still...
Heart still pumping?
My gosh. Oh, man. Never trusting that again.
It's looking like this may congeal into one huge line going from Simmer all the way down to like Lubbock.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're wanting to see something in Amarillo, well, that's good news, but
I'm not looking that way.
you're good, yeah. We'll go. Hey, Sheldon, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but I know you're kind of set on doing radar, but I think we're going to core punch this thing like right as you're doing your hit. I don't know if you want to show that or not. Completely up to you. Okay, sounds good. If we can get past this stoplight.
Yep. That's what I was trying to avoid.
You think once we good?
Yeah.
Come on.
You want coming?
Let's go. Yeah.
Go. I don't want to spin out. I'm still in. Take it off. Four-wheel drive. Or all-wheel
drive. Let's see. Heather asking how bad is Stratford going to hit? You're about 30-ish minutes outside of this line of storms. Luckily not in a severe warning right now, but most of the severe weather is to your west. But this line is barreling right for Stratford, so probably here within the next 30 to 45 minutes, might want to hunker down. Not seeing any rotation. Just some gusty winds. And let's see what this specific severe warning is for. I'm guessing some maybe quarter-sized hail. Yeah, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So if you are in Stratford, you may be seeing some light showers right now, some sprinkles. May want to get any lawn furniture, secure that down. Bring the pets inside as well, because 70-mile-an-hour winds, that can be a little bit on the damaging side.
Nice CG.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Jacob. A lot of lightning. So Carmela asking, it's really windy in Amarillo. Do you think it's coming here? Yeah, so I know Amarillo, you guys have been on the windy side really all day, not even related to storms. I don't think the winds you're seeing right now are storm related, seeing that they're still fairly far out over toward, Oldham and Death Smith counties. But as this line gets closer, you're going to probably see those winds pick up.
Blue skies behind us.
Oh, nice.
You know what I didn't think about?
What?
When I took a back road and went south, the train stopped.
Oh, no.
That's some things that you don't think about until. Oh man.
Got some Amadas trying to form. Got Rowdy Cogdell asking about Silverton. I will say you guys are in the clear probably at least over the next hour, probably 2 hours. Sorry, trying to gather my thoughts. I'm going to take this earbud out. Trying to gather my thoughts here. Asking about Silverton. Probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Maybe an hour if these things pick up in speed. But I don't think it's going to be quite as strong the further south you are. You guys had a little bit of shower and very weak storm activity at about 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. That may have zapped just a little bit of that energy from the atmosphere, but still a chance for some semi-severe storms to move through your area. So just be on the lookout, just in case.
Some good lighting this way.
Toward what, our left?
Yeah, I just pointed the camera to it.
Okay, cool.
Alright, let's go.
Let's boogie. Gotta core punch this northernmost section again. Looks like the rain and hail are picking up in, I'm trying to think, in the southernmost section of the northern line, if that makes sense. So otherwise, in other words, Hartley and southern Hartley and north Oldham counties, that's severe warning. Let's see what this warning is for. Wouldn't be surprised if it was ping pong sized. Oh, golf ball. Okay, so yeah. So anybody in southern Hartley County or northern Oldham County, be prepared for some sizable hail. This could be a bit on the damaging side. It's talking about some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and golf balls falling.
What's going to be interesting is this is pushing into the environment. It's pretty.
It's very juiced up right now. Oh, we are driving. Oh my gosh. This is going to be. This is going to be, what's the word? Fun. driving at this speed, I guess, may do some damage. Brad Grant asking, is the Amarillo effect a scientific thing or just a coincidence? I'm going to be completely honest with you, Brad. I've only been living here about 9 months, so I haven't been able to do a lot of research on that. Haven't experienced a long-term, haven't had long-term experience with it, so that might be more of a question for Dave, or I may ask Dave about that. I'll get back to you on that, because I'm curious myself. Okay, got a few people asking about different cities here. Donna asking about Pampa. So Pampa, kind of similar to Silverton in the way of timing. You're still a good bit out, at least like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, until the line reaches you. But since you're a little bit more toward the north, wow, getting some great lightning here. Since you're a bit more toward the north, you'll have a bit of a higher threat for some damaging winds and maybe some slightly damaging hail as well. General time frame for Pampa, talking maybe 7-ish o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock. Perryton, kind of the same as Pampa, you know, about 7 to 8 o'clock-ish, 70 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts, some moderate sized hail. Perryton and Pampa are kind of in the same boat. Dumas, you're a lot closer to this line of storms. You can expect them to move in here within the next maybe half hour or so. Hartley is currently getting hammered right now, and as that section goes along 87, Dumas should see it within the next 30 minutes.
Getting some bigger drops now. The hell's just right there.
Yeah. Luckily for Dumas, this specific section of the line, the hail doesn't look as big. Maybe just talking some... maybe some penny to nickel-sized hail. Assuming this doesn't rapidly intensify within the next 30 minutes, so we'll keep an eye on that. Luckily, it looks like you're on the southernmost line, or not southernmost line. Yeah, you're in the southernmost line of this system, so not as bad as it could be, but still you are under a severe warning. In fact, you're probably seeing some showers right now. You can expect that rain to pick up a little bit here, like very, very shortly. Maybe talking about some 60 mile an hour wind gusts and some small to moderate hail. I know our reception's a little spotty right now, but if you can hear us, you know we're driving in the main part of the storm once again. A lot of lightning in this storm. So the rain really starting to pick up. Not seeing any hail right now. Yeah.
go.
Alright, let's do it. I don't think any of this is getting streamed because I'm getting no reception right now. And I lost anybody else.
We're just in that. Oh, look at that short left. Oh, a lot of things.
Some fantastic lightning.
That was.
What was that?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we're back on.
Oh, Wi-Fi.
Wow, it is getting very dark ahead of us.
What's your latest scanning got? Oh man. Is that right now?
Yeah. Right. Were you able to look? Maybe we'll watch it.
Right out here.
Yeah. It's going to be just to our left. We're not going to be able to see anything though.
Hit 3.5 on the mirror.
353.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now we're cooking.
You really don't want to drive
I don't think we have a choice.
As you can see, this saw some driving rains. We saw some major blowing dust go through just a few minutes ago. That's the thing we're really tracking with a lot of these storms, very strong winds out there. So as you can see, looking at radar, as of right now, a massive line of storms stretching from the Oklahoma Panhandle down south out of our area. So we'll just go through it piece by piece, take a look at where it's at, where it's headed here in the next hour. So have new severe thunderstorm warnings continuing to track their way east as of right now through Dumas, through that part of the area. We're going to zoom in a little bit, take a look at its projected line as it's currently tracking its way southeast at about 30 miles an hour. So these are very fast moving storms. So we're around 534 in Cactus, 539 in the Dumas area, Masterson around 542, getting right around Sunray, right around the top of the hour. Down off towards kind of the southeast, as you can see, Everett, Boys Ranch going to be in line for this next cell of thunderstorms right here, 433. This one has maybe a more significant hail core on it. Could be seeing quarter-sized hail and 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts with a lot of these storms. We've already seen gusts over 60 miles an hour as it is. This line of storms right here from Hereford down through Dimmitt now is officially clearing off eastern New Mexico. That severe thunderstorm warning going to be expiring here pretty soon. This storm right here currently moving northeast at 45 miles an hour, so that list is a little bit longer, but Dimmitt around 533. You've got Olton at 606 right around getting into Canyon. So we're going to be watching for these storms to continue to advance this direction as we go throughout the day. So as it sits right now, our severe weather risk for the day, Amarillo on the southwest corner of an enhanced risk. We see a slight risk around it, and then as you can see right there, that dark green is a marginal. So severe weather risks in play for the entire for your Friday. So let's look at your high definition model run. Here's about how things are looking right now. These high definition model runs have been handling it very So as it continues to track east, we have a lot of reason to really kind of trust what this model is showing us. Right around 6 o'clock, maybe that cluster right around Boys Ranch going to be making its way close to Amarillo. As you can see, stretching from Guyman down south through the entire region, getting close to Plainview. It's going to continue to trek off towards the east. Now, as you see right there, some very significant hail cores possible as things off towards the south kind of start to fizzle out a little bit. And then that main cluster of storms does track its way out as we go into the nighttime hours. So by about 11 o'clock, mainly just some scattered showers left behind and lots of cloud cover. As we go into the overnight period, you'll see some cloud cover lingering into tomorrow morning, maybe a few thunderstorms still kind of lingering for parts of the area. Everything generally moves out. Could possibly see some late night showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Some models are hinting at it, some are not, so we'll continue to track that. But right now our priority, of course, is right here and now. So we do have chase teams out. We'll be touching base with them as we go throughout the evening. But for right now, looking at your severe weather risks. Flash flooding risk relatively low. These are very fast moving storms, but strong winds. As I said, some of these storms are warned for 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That's not tornado related. Now, we have seen some rotation signatures. We've seen some reports of gustnadoes, so you may be seeing things like that if you are in line with any of those thunderstorms. Large hail going to be possible. Like I said, the tornado risk low to moderate as it sits right now. No tornado warnings active for any part of the region. So let's look at your temperature forecast. We'll be dropping down with that rain cool air. We'll be down into 79 degrees by 8 o'clock this evening. We'll still see some 80s off towards the south, 70s up north in the overnight period. What we're going to be dropping down to here in Amarillo, right around 64 degrees. You'll see some 60s, low 70s at their warmest, low 60s up in places like Perryton. Warming up tomorrow, only about 87 degrees, so keeping things below average as that rain cool air settling in with a little bit of cloud cover across much of the region. Winds-wise, you're going to see some of those strong winds pushing through, but on the backside, things tend to settle down a little bit, 5 to 15 miles an hour going into tonight. And then tomorrow, good news here, single-digit wind speeds as you head on into your Saturday afternoon. So like I said, aside from those evening, nighttime thunderstorm chances we are tracking, otherwise your Saturday does look pretty nice. So a supercast here, wrapping up your weekend and then heading on to the week. 20% chances for tomorrow, 87, 6 tomorrow night, 83. We'll be settling in the leaves by Monday, and then some heat comes early next week. So let's look at the forecast. Triple digits possible by Wednesday, 98 by Thursday, maybe 10% chance of showers, high of about 95 for next Friday. So seeing maybe some spotty rain chances here or there, but today definitely looks to be our focal point of the week. We're going to be giving you updates all evening long, so make sure to keep it locked here to News Channel 10. I'm going to send things back over to Greg.
Very good, thank you, Sheldon.
So now back out to us. So I think Sheldon talked about it. I'm not really able to hear him. Getting very spotty reception out here. New severe thunderstorm warning has just come out. That includes Stratford, Sunray, Cactus, and Dumas. We're talking some 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That is some fairly damaging winds. So if you haven't seen the winds pick up yet, definitely expect those to pick up very soon. A lot of lightning in this storm. We're currently, we just drove through the strongest part of it. Going to get out in front of it here fairly soon.
It barely held on us.
Yeah, Alex saying that is the good news. It wasn't a lot of hail that we just drove through. Getting the information on this. Yeah, quarter-sized hail. So luckily hail in this specific section of the storm isn't all that bad. But a lot of lightning, so not a good idea to be anywhere outside if this storm is approaching you. You know, as they always say, when thunder roars, get indoors. Gosh.
How's it looking out there?
Okay, so now we're getting, you might be able to hear it on our mic, we're getting out ahead of the line of storms where the wind's really starting to whip right now. It is very windy here.
Gosh, it showed up on a few scans.
like almost completely gone now.
Keep an eye on this.
Okay, will do. So an update on the storm that's just to the north of Adrian. This is the same one that was warned for golf ball sized hail. Still is warned for golf ball sized hail. Hail being the main threat that we're watching out for right now in that particular storm. Also some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. The line of storms that we're on is severe warned for quarter-sized hail, so not as large, but 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So some very, very strong winds out ahead of this particular section of storms.
There's the second wave right there.
Interesting. I'm still not too convinced that there's going to be robust activity late tonight. What's up?
Guess we gotta make a decision.
Are you almost distracted? I would say perfectly east, but there's a line. There's like a horizontal line of rain
Yeah, I
that
can do
extends.
that.
You want to do that?
Because by the time we make it down to like Cactus and Douglas, that stuff's gonna be gone.
Alright, let's do it. I didn't know if you wanted to like keep going northeast on 54 or go purely east on 15.
I'd say probably 15.
Alright, sounds good.
Stuff up north.
Okay, Shannon asking... Okay, so you're the same one that's traveling Plainview. I just want to make sure I remember correctly. You're traveling to Plainview, correct? If you are, and you're in Earth right now, then you drove really through the main core of the storm. You're to the east of the storm now, so... I say if you're heading toward Plainview, just keep going. You're going to run into some wind, but in fact, you might want to get going as soon as possible because that core is going to come right over you again.
Looks like it's starting to tighten right back up.
Oh, really? Let's see. I'm not
You
seeing
won't be
it.
able to see it. It has it's south. So it'll be like back in there.
Oh, yeah, there's no way we'll be able to see that. Oh, you're heading from Plainview toward Fort Tallis. Okay. Alright, I had it wrong then. So, yeah, then you're about to drive right into that line of storms. Maybe just stay pulled over for now. And once the rain starts to subside, then you should be good to go. But yeah, probably a good idea to just stay pulled over. Because this particular line of storms, well, it's not as severe as the ones toward the north. It's still fairly damaging, you know, talking some quarter-sized hail, some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Not the best driving conditions. This is Stratford, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, all slips everywhere.
Yeah.
Are there not any in Amarillo? Or?
No.
That's...
There's a whole thing about it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Wait, let me make sure we are indeed. Okay. Oh my god, this feed is way behind. It's just now showing us on our cam.
Is it not on us anymore?
No, it is. It's just like what I was. It was like when I was talking when the cam was on us about 30 minutes ago. That was what was showing on my phone.
I would just. I go Unity sometimes when you're in spotty situations.
Yeah.
Cuts in and out, but that's the best way to gauge if they're on us or they.
I think we're good now. Okay, so somebody asking about Amarillo. So as of right now, this line of storms, it's still split right at Interstate 40. So Adrian, Vega, as of right now, you guys are looking like you're in the clear. It is entirely possible that there could be just a big enough hole to completely miss Amarillo. Okay, so for those still watching, what are we doing? Okay. But for those still watching, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for the,
Oh my gosh.
severe thunderstorm warning for the northwest portion of Potter County. But that does not include Amarillo. In fact, it barely clips Bishop Hills.
Is anyone coming? No.
No. We're still on 54, right?
Yeah. Back to back.
Alright, so David, we're currently heading southwestward. We just turned around. We're on Highway 54 heading towards Stratford.
Pretty much Stratford. Is it not updating on there?
It is.
Question is, how far east do you want to pursue it?
As long as it stays this strong, probably a good bit. They're just talking about threads right now. I'm gonna leave this out.
They have control?
No, they're just talking about, like, they're talking in my ear, but they're just talking about Threads, the new social media app.
But they're on them, not us, right?
No, they're on us.
I'm confused. They're talking over us?
When it, like, my earbud was picking up Sheldon's mic. I guess Sheldon's still wearing his mic. So like, I was hearing, so the feed's still on us, but like on Unity, I can still hear
them.
Yeah, if they're talking into the weather mic.
I got you. Skirted around clear.
Yeah, yes. Oh, we're on 15.
Yeah. I just.
Alright, I'll keep a close eye on this. I don't think so. Not until like it approaches the Oklahoma border. Somebody asking about Dimmitt. Dimmitt just now starting to see the rain pick up. The wind's likely picked up already.
Oh, it's light.
The lightning's spectacular. So the current severe thunderstorm warning for all these places, Dimmitt, Earth, Amherst, Muleshoe, it's about to expire here basically right now. I'm curious to see if they extend the warning further out east or if they just let it expire. Let's see, Heather asking, is hail heading toward Amarillo? As of right now, no. Still a split in the main line of storms. Adrian completely lucked out, didn't really see anything. Vega maybe seeing some light showers. Everywhere along Interstate 40. just not really seeing much right now. We'll see if this conjoins before it hits Amarillo or right after. Alright, so David, you're in Groover, so you're
to come up to y'all.
Yeah, we're basically heading toward you guys. And there's a little section of rain ahead of this line of storms that's about to enter Groover, so probably gonna see those showers pick up here fairly shortly. That's not the main line of storms. It's still about maybe 20 to 30 minutes out. Yeah, it's strange. Sorry, I'll try and talk more toward the mic. I've been talking down toward the iPad. Hopefully you can hear me better if I talk like this. So, Ernest asking in any rotation, not any noteworthy rotation that we're watching. I mean, there was one small area that we were watching about 15 minutes ago, but that's really dissipated pretty rapidly. So Dumas, I guess this is kind of good news. You're seeing the worst of it right now. Seeing some pretty heavy rain. I don't think there's any very large hail in that section of the storms that's moving over Dumas right now. Just maybe some, I'm going to say nickel to quarter sized hail. But probably seeing some gusty winds as well. You should probably see this rain start to subside within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Are we muted?
No, I was turning off the recording.
Oh, okay.
There's a lighting. Of course, as soon as I hit record, all the lighting stops.
That's how it usually goes. That's what happens when I try and take pictures on my phone. Ooh. Okay, this isn't nowhere close to us, but...
Right, man. Where's that?
Well, okay, well, new scan just came in, not nearly as impressive. Never mind. But there's a southwest Channing. Anytime, Rigo. I hope I said your name right. Rigo. Kevin just texted me, where y'all planning to be at 6? Do you think we'll be in Groover by then?
Oh, yeah.
Linda asking, what in the world is that, Tanner? Would you mind being a little more specific? I'm not really seeing much of anything right now, besides just a lot of lightning. Oh, yes, Groover. Sorry, David, I think I got sidetracked while answering your question. Okay, so yeah, Groover, it looks like you're just on the southern edge of that kind of blob of rain that's ahead of the line of storms. So probably maybe seeing some light showers over the next 15 minutes, and then you're likely going to see that wind pick up in about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, it does look like there's a little bit of hail in this northernmost part of the cluster, but luckily it's not looking too huge. Let's see, maybe currently looking at radar right now. A rough estimate, maybe just some quarter-sized hail, not too damaging, but
that's where we need it.
Where, Hartley?
Northwest area.
Are we? What's
Right
going
here.
on? I know. Are we hydroplaning?
Yes.
Okay. It's worth a shot. Definitely worth a shot. But yeah, David, third time's a charm. See if I can answer your question. So rain picking up right now. Probably see the wind pick up in about 15 to 20 minutes. When that main strongest part of the storm gets to you, talking some quarter, maybe $half size hail. So not too damaging, but still can put a little bit of a dent in your car. So just be prepared for that here within the next half hour or so. Yeah, I'm definitely on the chase.
We need to find a good road.
Yeah, because we are hydroplaning like crazy on this one.
It's going to be regardless because of that horizontal band that came off the boat.
I don't know if there is going to be a better road. I see it, yeah. There's interference on the velocity, though. I can't. Here, let me try. Interference on that one. Yeah, I'm not able to see much on velocity. I'll keep a close eye on it. Kevin wants us to try and get ahead of the line by 6.
That's what I'm trying.
Okay. I told him.
As fast as I can.
I was about.
Spinning out.
I told him, I was like, I don't know. We'll try, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it by 6. If anything, he can do it in his second hit. That's not till like 6:30.
Just tell him that I'm trying not to spin out. I'm just going as fast as I can.
All right, I got it.
Tell him online that I'm still on the
All right, gotcha.
I don't know if that line that's almost like that cell on the triple R, the isolated one, or mine keeps it 7 hours late.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, just slow down. Slow down.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like I said, he can do it in his second hit. That gives us like 45 minutes. Also, getting some better velocity returns, it's not looking all that impressive. Let me check Dodge City.
Not really.
2 minutes ago.
Oh no, I'm saying like the store.
Oh,
Private insurance.
I can't get it to play out.
We're in a dead zone.
Huh?
We're in a dead zone.
Oh. Dodge City, still a lot of interference.
Yeah.
Still keeping an eye on it though.
See how it's there when we get the spearmint.
Huh?
We'll see how it is when we get the spearmint.
Okay. Oh, Linda, you were talking about the cheeseburger hats. Yeah, we we like them too.
Second cup.
Yeah, we me and Alyssa Riggs, we got them on Second Cup today, interviewing the people from the Friona Cheeseburger Fest. All right, so in case y'all are still watching, just want to kind of dive in one more time, or not one more time, dive in once again to what we're seeing around the region right now. So as of right now, it still looks like the northernmost cluster of storms, kind of in the north half of the Texas Panhandle, is still the strongest, still possible of 80-mile-an-hour winds, some very strong winds associated with some of these storms. There's a storm to the northwest of Perryton. It's a little bit more on the discrete side, so the tornado risk is ever so slightly higher in that one, but still not super high. Not really seeing any kind of rotation in that storm, mainly just some sizable hail and some heavy rain.
That one for?
I don't think it will. If I had to eyeball it, I'd say maybe $quarter to $half size hail in that storm. And it's also moving slightly slower than the main line of storms, so we'll have to see if it kind of gets sucked into that main line. Oh, here we go. Oh no, talking about some ping pong ball size hail, so it could be a little bit on the damaging side in that one. putting it in motion, it looks like the main severe brunt of that storm is going to go to the north of Perryton. Perryton, you may see some light showers, some slightly gusty winds, but I don't expect the main large hail to enter your city. But yeah, the northernmost line of storms definitely the strongest, but still some severe warnings for that southernmost line of storms, talking some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Excuse me, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So places like, you know, down toward Plainview, Tulia. If you haven't seen those winds pick up already, you'll see them pick up here fairly shortly. Talking about some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts can be on the damaging side a little bit. Luckily, there's no hail in that storm. It's not even warned for any kind of hail. So that is good news. Some just moderate to heavy rain and some gusty winds. And you can probably hear it on our mic. The rain is pretty heavy here right now. That's why I'm having to talk a little bit louder. As far as Amarillo next, if this holds true, it looks like maybe a brief round of showers for Amarillo. Some slightly gusty winds. We'll see if the southernmost section of the northern line kind of tries to take a right turn toward Amarillo. It's looking like that. Yeah, very much.
Very slick along 15.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a complete dead end. I can't even get into Unity. Try using cell data.
I don't
think
have any.
Gotcha. I'll shoot cell data for now. Alright, hey, Tanner here, just checking into the studio. I'm using cell data right now since we're in a bit of a dead zone. Are you guys able to hear me? No, I don't really have anything. Just making sure that my cell data is working.
What?
That's a lot of water right around those crops.
Yeah. See that?
I did, yeah. Oh, new warning just came out. Alright, so what we got? Okay, I'm going to list off about 10 counties here for the new severe thunderstorm warning. We're talking Carson, Gray, Hansford, Hutchinson, Moore, Ochiltree, Potter, Roberts, and Sherman counties. And that's not multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, that's one entire warning encompassing at least sections of all of those counties. Like I said, for that northernmost cluster of storms moving through, it does look like the hail has diminished a little bit. Still trying to get exact information on it, but eyeballing it, maybe some nickel to quarter size hail, and I wouldn't rule out still some 70 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts. that was really close. My goodness. Watch, now it's going to stop lightning. Okay, sorry guys, trying to keep up with comments. It's just we're in a bit of a dead zone right now, so I can't. My phone's not updating all that well, but I'm seeing them now. Pampa. Pampa. So, I'm trying to see. So you're just outside of that that new thunderstorm warning, but asking if they're going to fall apart before they hit Tampa. I don't think so. In fact, there's a lot of juice over toward the northeast part of the Texas Panhandle. A lot of energy for these storms to feed off of. So I don't expect them to really weaken all that much as they approach Tampa. So be prepared for some gusty winds. We may see that hail kick up a little bit. Sorry, here Kevin's talking to my ear. Yeah, we may see that hail size pick up a little bit as those storms move into that more conducive environment for some updraft. So Bushland, luckily, it looks like you're going to miss out on the main severe activity. Right now, you may just be seeing some light showers and you may be seeing some really gusty winds, but it looks like the heavy rain and a lot of the lightning is going to be just to the north of you guys. I jinxed it. Sorry, Alex. But yeah, as far as Bushland goes, it looks like you're going to miss out on the main severe activity. Oh, never mind. I thought that was underwater. It's just okay, so asking about tornado threat for both Tampa and Fritch. So, as far as either of those cities go, really for the rest of the night, the tornado threat is not going to be all that high. Usually when we see a higher tornado threat, it's when we see like kind of each individual discrete supercells, because they have that, you know, kind of entire surrounding environment to work off of to kind of get that inflow to kind of suck in the air into the storm. But what we're seeing right now is more of a line of storms, so not as much energy to feed off of as, you know, more storms are competing for that energy. So hopefully that kind of explains that a little bit. But to answer your question in layman's terms, it's not that high of a tornado threat. But it's not zero. I want to make that clear. If anything, the straight line wind threat is a lot more present. So it's currently 5:57 right now. Probably see Kevin pop up here in a couple minutes. He's going to do first look on the news at 6, and then probably come back out. That's probably going to be switching back a good bit over the next next hour or so, since he has multiple weather hits during the news at 6. Not too bad. Alright, so it looks like, if anything, the north section of Amarillo has seen some heavy rain to enter their city.
You're excited about that.
Oh, I'm very excited about that. My rain gauge is going to 11s. No matter what, though, even if you don't see heavy rain in Amarillo, you're not on us.
Oh,
That
right there.
that is insane.
Area covered in a severe thunderstorm watch. Pretty much all of the Panhandle in the pink until 9 o'clock tonight. Each of the orange boxes is a severe thunderstorm warning. Here is obviously the line. Of greatest concern for Amarillo right now, we're going to zoom down in, is this line of storms. This is what we were looking at on the tower cam. So from Wildorado and Bushland northward, the leading edge of this is some very strong gusty winds. Rain will close in on Amarillo within the next 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, and then right up 287 toward Masterson. Of great concern right now is this brighter green area. That again is what we were looking at in the tower cam. Is that a new severe thunderstorm warning that just popped in? Okay, the color is off a little bit on this. There is the potential for some strong wind damage here north of Amarillo, right along 287. It's coming in within the next 10 to 15 minutes. So from Interstate 40, from Bushland to Amarillo, northward on 287, strong winds, and there is not a zero chance of a tornado activity there. The Weather Service is watching it. We're watching it as well. We'll come back with an update in just a couple of minutes. Let's go over to the news desk and Greg.
Because if anything, we can go, once we hit Perryton, we can go southeast on 83. Okay, back on us. Alright, so got someone asking about Perryton. So as far as Perryton goes, it looks like that particular cell that was kind of going to the north of you has taken a little bit of a right turn, but luckily it is weakening a good bit, so. Still though, expect some fairly gusty winds. I'd say maybe 60 to 70 miles per hour. Not as damaging as some of the other storms, but still can be a little bit on the damaging side. And doesn't look like the hail's all that big either. Maybe some nickel to quarter size hail. In fact, I'll get some exact information on that. Text is currently unavailable. Okay, here we go. Alright, so yeah, Perryton not even under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. I'm very curious to see if/when they extend that warning into Perryton, and getting the exact information on that, wind-wise and hail-wise as well. Alright, so yeah, you briefly heard Kevin talking about it. A new warning has come out for the north, getting my directions mixed up here, northwest portion of Amarillo. As, like I said, the north area of the city likely to see the heavier of the rain and the gustier. of the winds, but no matter where you are in the city, still could see some 60 to 70 mile an hour gusts. Kind of similar to what we saw this previous Sunday, if you can remember. Talking about some gusty winds, some heavy rain. The hail threat for Amarillo, not all that bad, but still be prepared for a little bit of some damaging winds. Okay, to anybody watching in Amarillo right now, I'm getting some DVZ readings from the velocity map. Be prepared for some very, very gusty winds. Now, DVZ readings aren't entirely accurate, so when I say this number, you know, don't freak out, but, you know, we're seeing some pixels of maybe 90 miles an hour in this kind of cluster of storms that's heading toward North Amarillo. Now, the winds may not be that strong, but that's pretty indicative that the winds are still going to be very damaging, so definitely, you know, bring all the outdoor furniture in, or at least lock it down. Bring all the pets in, because it's looking like some very damaging winds are going to approach kind of the north section of Amarillo, kind of right where our news station is, actually. That's beautiful. Hey, Kevin, can you hear me right now?
Hit record on that. Yeah.
How's this picture looking? We're kind of like outside of the main area of rain now. If y'all can hear me in the studio, currently getting a lot of static in my ear right now. I had to take my earbud out. I got it. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't tell me. It needs to stop.
I think they heard me. No. Hey, Sheldon. I don't know who it is, but I'm getting a lot of static in my ear right now. Did somebody turn their mic off? All good. That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. I can say so myself. Alright, let's see. It looks like the windiest of the section of storms will pass. Alright, so yeah, it looks like luckily the windiest of the section of storms is going to go to the north of Amarillo, which is good news, but still in the city of Amarillo could see gusts up to 60 to 70 miles per hour. But if you're to the north of Amarillo, maybe on Highway 87, you are going to get walloped by winds. There is no avoiding it.
There's the base of the other storm right here.
Getting some readings of 90 miles an hour. Oh, wow.
That's the base we're trying to get to.
I think Kevin might. I don't know if they were talking about this in there. I don't know if they're going to pull it up or not. Kevin was asking if they could. I might just leave it on this for now. Okay. Kevin's on right now. No, wait, no, he's not. Kevin will be on in about 3 minutes. Where's our location?
We're between River and Spearman.
It looks. I don't know. Here, I'll just get on.
Coming into Spearman.
Oh, if y'all can hear me, yeah, we're past Groover. We're about maybe 5 miles east or 5 miles west of Spearman, heading straight eastward into Spearman. Kyle, I don't know. I can hear Kevin right now. I don't know if he can hear me. I'm 5 miles west of Spearman, heading towards Spearman.
Oh man, what was that road?
All right, Kevin's on. Still on 15 right now?
Yeah.
Okay. gorgeous.
Very done weather.
Huh?
Very done weather.
Oh, they're in it right now.
Did they already check their shot? Did they already take our shot?
They never took our shot.
That's our next target right down
Let's see what it's at.
there. Look how low base that is.
It's really low based. Unfortunately, like no rotation at all anywhere.
I'll take yours. I'm seeing some.
Where?
Right here.
Like where? Like, you know?
Certainly 10 o'clock, the severe weather threat shifts eastward into the western portions of Oklahoma. There's a chance for some scattered thunderstorms. Those should not be severe by 11 o'clock in the Oklahoma Panhandle. Then things quiet down a little bit overnight. We'll start the day quiet tomorrow. Computer models are not in good agreement for the late night period or tomorrow evening, Saturday evening, but you see a new round of showers and thunderstorms. This is 9 p.m. right here. So the message for tomorrow is that most of the daytime period will be fairly quiet. Another round of storms becoming more likely for the evening period on Saturday night. We'll come back in just a couple of minutes with another update for you. But again, east of 287, please take this seriously. Strong wind gusts going east of 287, north of Amarillo. We'll go back and check in with Sheldon in just a couple of minutes. Greg?
I mean, it's in the
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can talk. Yeah, get shots of that movement right there. Yeah, all right, so we got Jacob out here. So you're joining, you got me, Sheldon Brashears out here. We're live just outside of the TV station here at the north side of Amarillo. Seeing lots of cloud motion here, seeing lots of driving rain that just moved in. We were live just on air just a few minutes ago as this system moved its way in, this thunderstorm making its way into Amarillo. We got Jacob here getting us some great shots. We're thankfully taking cover here, seeing some heavy driving rains, a lot of storm motion here on this severe thunderstorm that's warned for 80-mile-an-hour winds. Hail threat not that significant, only about quarter-sized hail, which of course can still do damage, but 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts, so very strong wind gusts that are being seen. And right now we're seeing some very heavy rain. You can see some of that rain blowing around a little bit as well. Very fast moving storm tracking its way over the top of Amarillo as of right now. So we're expecting this to be making its way through the city. Do a quick radar check right here. See what's happening. Yeah, so that severe thunderstorm warning kind of extends to the north side of Amarillo. So if you are in the city, right now, really kind of keep an eye on the northern half of Amarillo. Southern half, maybe just seeing some light showers. Still, of course, could be some strong winds, but the heaviest, strongest part of this storm now appears to be passing right over the north side of Amarillo. Based on what we're seeing on radar, one of the stronger cores actually appears to be passing right over the top of our News Channel 10 studios. We are straight north of Amarillo on the north side of the Loop 335. So that's what we're seeing out here right now. Seeing some very heavy rains, very strong winds. Like I said, we are taking cover right now, being smart out here. We did some live shots right before this system passed its way through, but keeping an eye on radar right now. Like I said, seeing some storms over Happy and Chulia, and then over the top of kind of the northern half of the city. So if you're on the southern half of Amarillo, overall not a major threat, maybe some strong winds and some driving rain. Jacob here getting a great shot at the top of our tower. As you can see how low these clouds are right here, making the top of our broadcast tower start to disappear up into those clouds. And also, maybe you can kind of hopefully get an idea of how fast these clouds are making their way over the top of us. Hearing a little bit of thunder there, seeing some good heavy driving rains. Never actually seen our tower get hit by lightning, but would be something to see. I mean, the core is about to pass over. I mean, that's the thing, is we're not underneath the heaviest part of it right now. The heaviest part's still on its way. Yeah, I think we'll definitely stay out here for a little bit. Like I said, according to what we're seeing on radar, does look like that heaviest bit is just about to get to us. So looks like we're going to be just bearing down here as this heaviest part makes its way over the top of our News Channel 10 studios. Like I said, if you are worried about us, we are taking cover right now underneath a covered awning. And right now the north side of where we're at is a brick wall. So thankfully, we're not going to be exposing ourselves too much to these elements out here. Like I said, we kind of have a nice safe spot that we can be here on the, kind of on the, I'd say, southeast side of our building. So we're going to just kind of ride it out here with us. Jacob's giving us some great shots of the tower. Jacob, if you want to keep kind of panning around, just kind of seeing what else we're seeing around here. Seeing some heavier rains. Like I said, I think the biggest part of the core is about to pass over us. We're going to go ahead and see out here. Got a clock? Got some good lightning there. Are they not on us right now? Oh, there we are. Yeah, that wind just howling. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I said let's keep riding with it. Like I said, that core's about to pass over. Then I'll let you know when we're ready to take something else. All right, so those of you checking in with us right now, you got me, Sheldon, here on the north side of our, actually the south side, rather, of our News Channel 10 studios here on the north side of Amarillo. Seeing probably the core of the heaviest part of the storm get ready to pass over the top of us right now. Like I said, really focusing kind of on the northern half of Amarillo for this stronger part of the storm. Southern half of the city, definitely not under the gun as much. Strong CG right over there, just off towards our west, or east rather. Gotta get my direction straight, just off towards the east. You can hear that thunder off that direction. That was within just a couple of miles. But driving rain, some strong winds right now, but you'll notice though, as you can see from Jacob's video here, I haven't seen a single hailstone yet. Very strong winds, seeing some heavy rain, but no hail as of right now. The winds are absolutely howling. We're seeing some rain curtains as well. Seeing a lot of that rain push through, very reminiscent of what you might see in some other channels' hurricane coverage. That's for sure very reminiscent of that type of thing that we're seeing right now. Ooh, just saw a couple lightning strikes off towards the south. A lot of lightning strikes, of course. Remember the rule, when thunder roars, goes indoors. We're currently undercover here. What was that? So it'll take, you want me to talk over a live shot at the beginning of the hit? Okay, copy that. All right, Jacob, just be ready for them to take your video. I will not be talking, just video. Yeah, just keep getting good shots. Awesome, thank you. I believe it's on us on the stream right now. Okay.
Oh, they're back on us now. Yeah, it's like it's all starting to connect now. 6:30.
There's plenty of daylight left.
Yeah.
Just a little too late.
Yeah. I mean, there's a base right there, but it's way too high. See what I'm seeing right there? It's very faint. Here, yeah, I got you. Let's see if I can.
Yeah,
Wrong way.
keep going. Go the other way.
Too late. Right.
There you go. Sometimes it's kind of
I'm going to get you an update on a dangerous line of thunderstorms moving through Amarillo, specifically Amarillo northward and then eastward. This is looking eastward from downtown, and this is the leading edge of some extremely strong winds that I'm going to show you in just a minute. You can actually see some of the dust being picked up by that, but that is heading eastward away from Amarillo right now. Anywhere along this line, the winds may gust to 60 plus. So that's from the Oklahoma Panhandle all the way down through the central and southern portions of the region. Let me drill down on Amarillo real quickly. This line of heavy rain is coming in from Amarillo northward, right along 287. Will continue moving eastward. What we're more concerned with is this wind core right here. This is the leading edge of it. The Doppler radar is suggesting winds gusting to 70 to 80 miles per hour on the leading edge. But the other difficulty with this, and it's going on at the television station right now, is this brighter area behind it. The winds are going to hit, and a lot of times you'll feel that gust front from a thunderstorm, and it lasts a couple of minutes. This heavy wind core is going to continue, which means the sustained winds at 60 plus will persist once that leading edge comes towards you. So where's it going? Well, it's the leading edge right here. So now anywhere from Amarillo right up Highway 60 to Panhandle and eventually on toward Right Deer, within the next 30 minutes, that's going to hit and then persist. So the principal threat is those straight line winds. There'll be some heavy rain behind it. That's an update for now. We'll check in with Sheldon in a couple of minutes. He's out on the side of the television station, but right now we'll go back over to Greg for some more news.
Okay. All right, so it looks like we're back on the stream. Jacob, I'm going to step in front of the camera here real quick. So right now, currently live here north of town here in Amarillo. As you can see, still seeing some of the wind. So far, not quite as bad as it could be. We're seeing the heaviest core pass over the top of us and the north side of Amarillo right now. You did see Kevin's update just now. What I want to draw your attention to is, as you can see, a lot of rain falling out there right now. We've seen lots of lightning, lots of thunder. We've seen some strong winds, but I have not seen any hail yet. Now, that's not to say there is no hail, but here on the north side of town, of course, where maybe some of that heavier bit is starting to kind of fall, it's not quite as bad as it possibly could be. This severe thunderstorm is currently rated for quarter-sized hail, but so far we have not seen that fall here on the ground here north of town right now. Straight north of town, of course, on the north side of the Loop and Broadway is where our News Channel 10 studios are, like I said, but you can follow along with us on radar there on the left-hand side of your screen. There you can see some of that heavier rain working its way over as of right now. But the core of this storm is currently passing over Highway 87 north of Amarillo. So Amarillo not under the gun of the strongest part of this storm, but still going to be seeing any areas off towards the east. Like Kevin was saying, here in the next 30 minutes, that's going to be tracking its way your direction. But overall, nothing really too extreme out here. We saw some very heavy winds as it rolled in, but right now, very heavy soaking rains. That's about it so far. Some strong winds, no hail, no tornado warnings, anything of that sort here in Amarillo or any part of the area. We haven't seen a single tornado warning yet here for us, but as you can see right now, just very heavy soaking rains falling here in the north side of Amarillo. Like I said, north side of the city. Southern half, maybe not quite so much, so keep things locked here with us. We'll let you follow along with us. We'll keep an eye out what Tanner is seeing out in the chase unit, so we're going to keep watching things out here. I'm going to send things back over to our storm chase team out in the field.
just northwest of us. That helps. Here, use this to look around.
All right, gotcha. Keep it zoomed in. to scan. I mean, it looks really broad and really weak. And they dropped the severe warning just now. Yeah. No warnings at all for the southern line of storms. I mean, it goes up to heavy. Still a good bit in our viewing area.
I'm saying weather service area.
Well, that's the thing, like,
Heads off yourself.
well, on this, it still shows warnings, even if it's out of the NWS area. Like, yeah, it's showing a tornado warning up in Colorado right now.
Well, thanks for staying with us. We're continuing to watch this severe line of thunderstorms move eastward across the Panhandle. Pretty much all of us under a severe thunderstorm watch until at least 9 o'clock. I think our border counties with New Mexico will probably start to be dropped within the next hour. Of course, we'll keep you posted on that. But the severe threat has diminished in those regions. And basically behind the line, we're about done. So Dalhart, Dumas, southward to Hereford, you're okay. Clovis, Portales, obviously. Now, that said, a couple of showers are still possible, but the atmosphere will have stabilized behind this line quite a bit. So showers possible, but the severe weather is less likely. Strong storms moving through Amarillo now. Extremely heavy rain to 287, up 136. But the leading edge of this is what we're watching right now. So from White Deer, Pampa, and Panhandle, and Conway, this is Interstate 40 right here. This is what's approaching you. So Pampa, your heavy rain is going to pick up. If you haven't gotten that blast of wind quite yet, you will in the next minute or two. But your heavy rain is going to pick up. And then all along 60. Please don't travel on 60 or let anybody in between Amarillo and Pampa for at least the next half hour to 45 minutes. This is the leading edge of the strong winds, and we've got a pretty strong wind core behind it. It's weakening a little bit, but easily some sustained winds will be towards 60 miles per hour. That's the type of stuff that, because it keeps going as opposed to a quick gust, will take down some tree branches, takes down some power lines and things like that. So anywhere along 60 from Amarillo to Panhandle and to get up toward Pampa, and then along 40 in between Amarillo to Conway, and then to Groom, and eventually on toward Shamrock. Don't want to be letting anybody travel on Interstate 40. If you know somebody that's heading inbound, this is coming in your direction. So it's extremely heavy winds. Further off to the north in the Oklahoma and the northeastern part of the Texas Panhandle, this rain area, briefly severe with some strong gusty winds and maybe some 1-inch hail, slowly continue moving eastward. So to Follett to Lipscomb, you would be next in line, probably a good 20 to 30 minutes away. Same story with Canadian, southward toward Miami. Pampa in the next couple of minutes, 10 to 15 minutes Miami, closer to 30 minutes in Canadian. It is coming on in for severe thunderstorm warning. Carson, Gray. Okay, that's okay. I'll go back to that. Thank you very much. South of Happy, here's 27 right here, so Lake McKenzie to Claytonville, eventually Kittiquay and Turkey. Yeah, you're going to get some of this. These are not severe at this moment in time. And then further east of 27 toward Floydada and southward toward Lubbock. That line, again, not severe, but that's coming on through. Here's the big warning that he was talking about. Basically what we head in here and then south of it, the basic idea is strong straight line winds to 60 miles an hour plus that will sustain themselves for a little bit and maybe up to 1-inch hail in a couple of spots. This is going to go for a couple of more hours. At this point, we expect the line to be out of the Panhandle in Oklahoma by around 9 o'clock. I'm going to come back and check in with Sheldon, who's outside the building, in just a couple of minutes and get a report from him on what came through here at the TV station so you folks ahead of this can anticipate what's coming. Let's go back over to the desk and Greg.
Oops, it's back on us.
Man, look at all the water right there.
Dang. because that's I mean, the rotation's basically non-existent now. Dang. Getting all too familiar. Probably not the best. Here. Okay.
Alright, let's see what we were.
I don't mean to sound like a negative Nancy, but I just don't have high hopes for any kind of tornadic activity.
It's been so long since I took it off. I'm gonna put a windy here.
Tornado warning just now coming out just west of Panhandle. This is the leading edge of that wind core that we were talking about a few minutes ago. So northeast of Amarillo, just west of Panhandle, just north of Interstate 60, or Highway 60. This is a new tornado warning. Officially, it goes until 7:15. Conway is included. So in Panhandle, anywhere along 60 southwest of town, need you to go ahead and go to your safe place. This is a new tornado warning just issued. It's just out ahead of the main line, or practically right on it. That's the spot right there. So it's just a mile or so just to the north of Highway 60. In Panhandle, if you don't want to go to your safe place, be ready to go quickly. Prepare right now. Think about it. Lowest floor, first floor of the building, toward the center of the house. Small room like a bathroom, hallway, closet, with no windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as you can. Bring something to cover up your head. Put on some strong shoes or at least sneakers, not in your bare feet in case you get some damage and have to go out afterwards. So again, this is just to the southwest of Panhandle. It's a new tornado warning. Conway, you are more likely to get the brunt of this, so same advice in Conway. And then right along Highway 4, going to cross the highway in the next 10, let's say to 15 minutes, which is obviously going to cause problems for traffic. So once again, new tornado warning, Panhandle southward to Conway until 7:15. We'll be back in just a minute with an update on that. Let's go back over to Greg.
Once again, new tornado warning, Panhandle southward to Conway, 7:15.
It's back on us now. What are you talking about? Yeah, I was about to say, even if something forms, which I doubt it will, we're probably not going to do all that much. Huh?
More on that.
Okay.
Is that fine with you?
Fine with me. I'll double check with.
We're going to stop and fill up.
Alright.
So,
Make a pit stop. Alright. And then with Kevin and I think they're about to do a bit. I'll ask them.
Dusty winds.
Huh. Yeah. Feel safe driving in this?
You're going way worse. Are you kidding me? Chasing Dave.
That's fair. This is why I'm glad you're the driver and I'm in the passenger seat. I could not drive in something like this.
I want to see Dave.
It is dark as all get right now. My goodness. Should we maybe turn like our lights on?
There's like 0 like earlier.
Gotcha. See if they do. If they're still on break.
Well, we're about to stop and fill up.
I think they're about to do it right now. I don't know until afterward. I feel like they might. I feel like flooding or flash flooding might be a little bit of an issue here.
All right, I want to get you an update here on the tornado-warned storm that is near Panhandle and north of Conway. It is east of Amarillo. It's on the leading edge of this heavy rain shield that we've been talking about. Straight line winds have been measured close to 80 miles per hour in spots and frequently to 60 to 70 miles per hour. Here's the warning, the tornado warning. It was initiated right here just north of 60 west of town. The circulation, which I'll show you in just a second, has now gone across 60 and moving in a southeasterly direction. So Panhandle, if you've gone to a safe place and are still listening, please go ahead and stay there. We'll give you the all clear here in a couple of minutes. In Conway, if you have not gone to your safe place, I'd like for you to do that right now. We talked about it a minute ago. First floor, lowest floor, center of the building. Many walls between you and the outside as you can, something to cover up your head and put on some shoes. It's going to cross the highway in the next, say, 10 to 15 minutes at the outside west of Groom. Here is the Velocity product. It's on the leading edge. This brief, strong wind gust that we've been talking about, it's probably considered a gustnado at this point, and it's not a super strong one, but it's actually, again, a tornado warning, so we need to take it seriously. That's the rotation, moving southeastward and closing in on Conway right now. So it's going across the highway in between Groom and Conway, or just west of there, and then well east of Amarillo. So that, again, is a tornado warning until 7:15. That leading edge, that gust front and the strong winds behind it came through the television station just a short time ago. Sheldon Brashears was there. He's going to give us a report on that, just to give you an idea of what he felt, those folks who were east of this line. Sheldon, go ahead and give us your report.
Well, yeah, that's right, Kevin. So we were live here at our News Channel 10 studios when that system made its way in. We went live right around 6:10 or so, and we actually saw the system off towards the west. Now, as you can see, looking off towards the west right now, we're seeing sunny skies, but what we saw was a pretty mean shelf cloud approaching us, kicking up a lot of dust in the distance. We were feeling the kind of windy conditions that we had been used to all day long, but really what I felt right before it hit was this burst of cool air really pushing out of this storm. So it came from the direction of the storm, pushed through, hit us, and then all of a sudden the clouds just really started to move in very quickly. What we saw then after that were some very strong straight line winds and some very heavy rain. Now, at the time, that severe thunderstorm warning was for 80-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Here at our News Channel 10 studios on the north side of town, have not actually seen a single hailstone yet. So if you are out in front of it, you can expect to see this line of storms heading your way, and then it's going to be pushing in pretty close. You're going to see this big push of cold air out of it, and then you're going to see that storm roll over the top of you. But as you can see right now, obviously not very severe out here. We're hearing a couple of rumbles of thunder. It's kind of just of a light sprinkle right now. So like I said, it was right around 6:10 when it rolled through. I mean, as of now, it's 6:47, so about 30 minutes from beginning to end of this system making its way over us here, like I said, on the north side of town. So the good news about these storms is they're very fast moving, but with those straight line winds, a lot of damage can certainly be done. So we're going to continue to monitor these storms as they make their way off towards the east. But like we just showed you, there's clear blue skies off towards the west from our studios here at News Channel 10. So the good news is here in the city, we should be in the clear here pretty soon. But like I said, those storms are continuing to track their way off towards the eastern half of the Texas Panhandle. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Sheldon, thanks very much. We just heard from the Weather Service, and they're going to cancel the tornado warning here in just a couple of minutes. The rotation signature has weakened a good bit. That said, it's still on the leading edge of this strong gusty wind core and can still cause some problems. These little spin-ups can happen as well. Would you ask them to switch the prompter back, please? So from Panhandle southward to Conway in Panhandle, let's go ahead and give you the conditional all clear. The tornado signature has now passed south of you. So if you had gone to your safe place, you can go ahead and come out. Be ready if you feel threatened to go back because the wind may yet still pick up. In Conway, I'd still like you to be cautious. I'd say you could come out extremely cautiously, but be ready to go back in if you feel any or hear anything coming in your direction. This core is going to cross 40 here from Conway just to the west. That'll be north of Washburn, and then from Groom to the west. Please, if you're in any kind of a structure there, know that's heading in your direction, and a new tornadic rotation could spin up very, very quickly. You saw the red box disappear, so the Weather Service has canceled the tornado warning, which is obviously good news. You want to know, excuse me, take seriously what Sheldon said, in anywhere from White Deer southward to Groom, and now we're really on toward Claude and Goodnight. This is very, very serious straight line winds that could cause some damage, so we'll keep you posted on that. New information coming in. Thank you, Kyle. We've got flash flood warnings popping up now because the runoff is going to be a problem. So anywhere where it has rained, do know that that runoff will continue for at least an hour, maybe in some cases closer to 2 hours. And then as we get closer to dark, it's tougher to see that water that's flooded across the roadway. So extra caution for the, the flooding potential in the eastern portions of the Panhandle for the next couple of hours. Again, tornado warning canceled. We're going to go back over to Greg.
I mean, you have production people talking to them. Anyway. Oh well.
Oh, it's back on us. Okay. Hey, to the guys in the studio, if any of y'all can hear me, I think we're going to wrap things up because all we're really seeing right now is just some heavy rain. Not even close to any signs of rotation up
We're
here.
filling up.
So we're going to make a pit stop. In fact, we are making a pit stop. We're at Toot Totem.
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay, quick update here before we end the news. Through time, we'll be here and, of course, let you know if anything. But right now, we continue with the severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock. Western counties from Guyman, Dumas, Amarillo, Tulia, Plainview, westward, still in the watch area, but I think you'll be cleared before too long here, and the severe threat really has diminished. We got a broad line of thunderstorms, and the computer, there we go, broad line of thunderstorms from Perryton southward to Plainview and south to Lubbock, obviously moving eastward. Let's just walk down the line. We'll tell you what to expect here over the next 30 minutes or so. This thunderstorm cluster here in the eastern portion of the Oklahoma Panhandle is starting to weaken. Some strong gusty winds are certainly possible. Heavy rain going to continue in Perryton for at least another 10 to 15, 20 minutes. And this red box right here is a flash flood warning, meaning from Perryton westward and northwestward there is active flooding going on. Please do be aware of that. In Follette, yeah, the rain's going to pick up in your area and come down pretty heavy in the next couple of minutes. South of Interstate 40, these storms are not severe. They're going to approach Clarendon, Kittiquay, Turkey over the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes with some brief gusts, some heavy rain for probably 15 to 20 minutes. A little bit of small hail is not out of the question. Now, just as I said that, they issued a new severe thunderstorm warning here. But again, we're going to get brief gusts of wind to 60 miles per hour, and you want to look at the leading edge of that for any kind of possible rotation. We don't see that happening here right now, but anything breaks, as I mentioned, over the next couple of hours, we'll break back into programming, may interrupt a commercial break or two to give you an update as well. This should be gone from the eastern portions of the Panhandle, I think, by 9 to 9:30 tonight, and of course we'll have a full update coming up on the news at 10.
Spicy.
It's got a kick.
A little bit. Not too bad.
They've got hotter ones.
God, that is a lake. That is a lake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is a, oh my gosh. It's like I'm looking out into the ocean. Here, you think we can see if we can record this? I do, yeah. Like a humming sound? Maybe. Also, I can't see it nearly as well. I'll just face this back. That is not bad. I think I'm going to do a quick sign off, and then toss it back over to Sheldon, and then they're just going to end the stream. I think we're on. So yeah, I think we're wrapping up things here stream-wise. Not really many areas of rotation up here. We're just now leaving Perryton, heading back to the station. Perryton is under a flash flood warning. I mean, there is a lot of rain that has fallen here over the past hour or so, and you know, looking to either side of the road, you know, there's a lot of standing water and likely some flooded roads as well. So flooding is going to be a primary concern for Perryton and places northeastward tonight. Seeing that this heavy rain is probably going to last a long time, but tornado activity should be fairly on the low end for the rest of the night. In fact, that's why we're heading back to the station. But with this line of storm still moving through, maybe expect some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, some maybe small to moderate size hail. That's really about it. So we're going to go and sign off on our end, and we'll go and send things back out to Sheldon in the studio.
All right, y'all, so we're wrapping things up here, as you heard Tanner say. Overall, the severe threat is still persisting. Of course, we're going to continue to monitor this situation. We got Kevin here. He's going to be sticking around for the on-air side of things. We're going to be ramping down our coverage here on our stream here pretty soon. We've had one rogue tornado warning that did pop up, but what we're seeing on radar right now is a lot of the system making its way on out of the region. The severe threat, like I said, still present. So I'm going to go and bring up our radar real quick. We're kind of going to run through here. What you see? Oh, no, go. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's, Kevin's got his line set up, so let's bring up Max. There's weather wall. That's that. We have Max with it. There we go. All right, Kevin, there we've got Max pulled up. So, all right, so what you're seeing there, that dark red box, now some people may think that's a tornado warning. That dark red is actually a flash flood warning, so some very, very heavy rain up in Perryton as of right now. But you'll see that heaviest bit kind of making its way past Perryton as of right now. You can see Canadian you're next in line, probably going to be seeing some strong winds push through here pretty soon, some very heavy rain. That's what we saw here in Amarillo. Pampa really riding it out currently. Shamrock currently headed that direction. Definitely would not advise any travel down I-40 probably to the east of Amarillo as of right now. Very heavy rains, very strong winds. A lot of these storms, I think so far, Kevin, if I'm not mistaken, the heaviest rating has been about quarter-sized hail, I think is what we've seen. Not very big hailers, these storms. Yeah, if that. I mean, we've seen, like I said, when it rolled over us here at the TV station here in the north side of Amarillo, didn't actually see any hailstones, so maybe some quarter-sized hail, but mainly wind-driven, possibly flash flooding risk. As you can see, Turkey, Matador, you guys are next in line for some heavier rains, but you'll notice these cores are certainly not as intense as some others, and we're seeing lots of reports of some strong wind gusts. I mean, we got one from out near Hart right now, 59 miles an hour. Out near Borger, there's a 65-mile-an-hour gust report. So that just kind of goes to show Stinnett seeing a 69-mile-an-hour gust. So these are mainly wind-driven. Now you will see kind of off towards the west, up around Tucumcari, down south Portales as well. Probably seeing some kind of showers kind of rebuild right there. But overall, we're not anticipating those to be too severe. Maybe a couple rumbles of thunder, maybe some light scattered showers go on into the evening hours. But really kind of line as it kind of makes its way off towards the eastern side of the area. Will be making its way out of the Texas Panhandle here pretty soon. But as you can see, there's our active thunderstorm watch. That's all the counties in pink. You'll see the southwest counties in eastern New Mexico as well have been removed from that. And I mean, if you kind of compare with where you're seeing those severe thunderstorm warnings, if you're anywhere west of that line of warnings, you're probably going to get dropped out of that severe thunderstorm watch here probably pretty soon. So not really anticipating this going to be, any rebuilding on the backside once this line moves on out of the area. That should kind of be the end of it. Yeah, Kevin, let's go ahead and roll through this model run here real quick. So there you can see that heavier bit pushing on through the area. Maybe some scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorm activity going into the nighttime period. Going to keep an eye on that, of course. Like I said, we're going to continue to monitor here. Even though we're ending things on our stream, doesn't mean we're going to stop watching for it. There you start to see some clearing conditions going into tomorrow morning. Really kind of our next ballpark time period is going to be probably tomorrow evening. There you see some little pop-up showers, but right there that you saw it kind of pop up going into about 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, maybe late tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours. From the central parts of the area down off towards the southeast, some models have kind of brought that cell popping up around 9 o'clock tomorrow night down off towards the southeastern part of the area. So we're going to monitor that very closely. We're going to kind of see how things may shape up. Of course, that's going to be the next big thing we watch after today, but of course our main priority right now is going to be watching what's currently happening out there for today. There's a shot from downtown Amarillo. I mean, that's what we saw when we were talking about it during the news at 6, is once you kind of are under this for about 10, 20 minutes, you'll see blue skies off towards the west, and that's going to kind of round things out a little bit. One thing I want to bring up here real fast, we want to look at some viewer-submitted pictures right here. This one right here is from Vicky Spencer. As you can see, that's that shelf cloud. That's what a lot of these systems are going to look like as they get closer to you. That's when we feel that big push of cooler air, and then that's when all that heavy rain and those strong straight-line winds, solid shelf cloud.
And that's probably what we saw just to the west and southwest of Panhandle when that tornado warning is issued. Yeah. On the leading edge of this, you can get what's called a gustnado. And because of the high dynamics and the rotation possible along that leading edge, they tend not to be super strong, but they can certainly do damage and go to 80 and 90 miles per hour. They also tend not to last very long. And in fact, that warning was canceled pretty quickly after it was issued. But when you see one of those coming, you look for obviously a lowering and then maybe a little spin-up gustnado, which would prompt a tornado warning. But that's what we saw near Panhandle. Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing some Facebook comments here talking about sirens did sound in Panhandle, but they were turned off. Of course, after that warning was canceled. And if you're lucky on the backside of this system, you get a sight like this. This is from Lori Jumper. She took this picture right before the 6 o'clock hour. She said this is kind of out near Zuni Trail. That's just classic sharp Mamadas clouds right there, Kevin. Beautiful. Those are caused by little cool pouches of air up above the cloud deck, and cool air is heavier than warm air, and so those little pouches start to sink down, or the air pockets sink down and make those little cloud pouches called Mamadas clouds, Sheldon. Yes, that's right. So, of course, what we're seeing out there on radar right now, just seeing this line work its way through, we're going to continue to monitor. Of course, if any rogue tornado warnings do pop up, we will be going on air with that. So don't think just because we're turning off means we're not watching. We're going to monitor that, but as of right now, some severe thunderstorm warnings. They're right up against that Texas-Oklahoma state line, so we're going to expect those to continue into Oklahoma, out of our area. Maybe some scattered shower activity. As you can see, I'll circle this real fast. Kind of just outside of eastern New Mexico, maybe in southern Roosevelt County.
might see some scattered showers make their way, but the thing is, after this system makes its way through the Texas Panhandle, our atmosphere is going to be really stable, so it's not a very conducive atmosphere for these storms to come in and strengthen. They're probably going to weaken, might see some light little rain showers. But like I said, we're going to continue to monitor, but as you saw, Tanner and them are coming back in there. We're just seeing some heavy rain, so I want to thank y'all for joining us, and of course, as always, download your First Alert weather app. That'll give you the latest that you need to know on any warnings that pop up in your area, and of course, you can watch our stream on YouTube, Facebook, and then of course, NewsChannel10.com. All good information there. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead and sign off. We will continue to monitor. Keep it locked to News Channel 10 for the latest on any severe weather that does develop.